Continuing with this second part of the institution that did not consolidate it, number 2, we were expressing and believe that it becomes imperative to begin questioning some supposed facts that pass as true but do not support the proof of true. Those facts are brought toward light to see if they are true facts or, by the contrary, are lying and false facts, with the purpose of deceiving all those that cross on their way, denying them to find the truth of God, of the true God, and hence the salvation and redemption of their souls from the eternal torment. As you can see, it is fundamental to understand that if we do not make a valid questioning of some concepts, of some doctrines, and of some supposed beliefs, we also fall into deceit, because it is unquestionable that there are facts that are not true, but that they pass as if they were true. The problem is that when they go through the proof of the truth, those facts do not survive. And what is the result of the non-survival of them? That they become lying and false facts. And when a fact is a lie and is false, by nature, by principle, they have a purpose. And always that purpose is to deceive, because the problem of the deceit is that it wants to deceive the whole world, and those that pretend to defy those lies pay a high price. History is enriched by all those that have opposed themselves to the lie and to the deceit, and their payment has been made in different forms, even with their life. And why? Because he who unmasks the lie turns the lie useless, and the lie loses its power, because the truth is powerful, is so powerful that has been symbolized, materialized, and personified in the very same personality of Jesus the Messiah. He said that he was the truth, and is the truth, and it is one of his attributes, one of his powers. So, if we, as Church of God, consider, and we have accepted like that, and in our belief we confess it, that Jesus is the truth, Jesus the Messiah is the truth, so all that opposes the criteria of the truth, plain and simply we won't accept it. We will question it, and we will have it as a lie. It doesn't matter where it comes from, because we have already talked that God is truth, and is the truth, and from him the truth is born, and that truth, that attribution, he gave it to Jesus the Messiah. Therefore, what Jesus the Messiah speaks is truth. But farther down of him, apostles, prophets, teachers, and believers, with them there is a problem, that if they do not abide to the truth of the Messiah, and henceforth to the truth of God, they are left unauthorized. And why are they unauthorized? Because the truth is the truth, and nobody changes that. So we consider beginning with the first questioning. This is very important. which we consider fundamental in the search of the truth, not of religious fanaticism, much less of doctrines and absurd pagan ideologies, or dress as religious or as true, when their end is eternal death. Let's see the passage that is identified as Matthew chapter 24 verse 14, which according to the World English Bible was translated as follows: This good news of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world for a testimony to all the nations, and then the end will come. The passage of the scriptures just mentioned is the base that serves to arrive to the first truth about the institution that did not consolidate it. As you can read by yourselves, and avoiding the use of the King James Version, because instead of translating correctly the Greek word for good news, what it did was to use the word gospel, and that is not correct. Let's see in a more simple explanation what we are talking about. The Greek word evangelion, in other words, good news, happy message, especially evangelio, good tidings, gift or sacrifice, on occasion of a good news, it is composed with ev, which means good, and angelus, that means messenger, envoy, harbinger, angel. In other words, he who announces a good news. We have taken this from the web page thechile.net. We have made a free translation. Why do we make this exception? Because it is important to establish as a true fact that when a word is not correctly translated, what it is stolen from that word is its true value and its true meaning, and that is delicate. This issue of not using and not translating correctly certain words from certain language, like the Greek, to a language as English, has made a lot of damage. Why? Because the essence of things is stolen, and when you take the heart of something and leave it without a heart, that has no value nor any sense anymore. So as you can see, this issue of the translations of the Holy Scriptures is a very complicated matter, so complicated that it has created schisms, fights, wars, and battles. A recent case is, for example, the Spanish version of the Holy Scriptures, Reina Valera 1960. For those that are investigators, for those that like studying, Reina Valera 1960 for many years contended with the name of God, to the point that they turned religious an unexistent term in the ancient Hebrew, like that, unexistent. Because the problem with the ancient Hebrew is that it didn't have vowels, only consonants. And out of nothingness, the Romanists and the evangelicals pull out a different name for God. Some call him Yahweh or Yahweh, and others call him Jehovah or Jehovah, but everyone did it in their own way. Such as, we do not agree with the evangelicals or Protestants, the way they were called back then. So we are going to put him Yahweh or Yahweh. And the Protestants, well then, we do not agree with the Romans also, so we are going to say him Jehovah or Jehovah. The problem with a person who knows ancient Hebrew is that he knows that vowels do not exist in Hebrew, that the words are pronounced according to the knowledge the person has, not because there is a vowel in every letter. So then the United Bible Societies had to make a decision and acknowledge in a new version that the word Jehovah or Jehovah does not exist, and decided to better use the expression the Lord or the Eternal. And why does that occur? Because the truth is the truth and the lie is the lie. So imagine yourselves then that there is a new version now that has displaced the 1960 Reina Valera version, and now they do not use the term Jehovah because it does not exist. They invented it. They put it for decades, for times, but at the end they concluded that they were wrong, and that the true name of God is a name that doesn't have vowels because they ignore the pronunciation. If you have a question, a concern, or some doubt, you can write us to the email thelastchurch7, 7 in number, gmail.com. We also invite you to visit our webpage, churchofgod.tk. And if you have any question, any concern, or some doubt, then write us that we will kindly attend you. So thank you.